Hey, it's James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and today I want to show you the easiest riff on guitar. You can play this on acoustic or electric. It goes like this. And what's so cool about it is, since it's the exact same thing over and over again, you can play along to the actual song. So it's like you can practice, but you're also playing music at the exact same time. This is one of the best things you can learn when you're first starting to kind of play melodies on guitar. We start off on the open E string, and we're gonna pluck it 2 times. We're just gonna do downstrokes the entire time. You know, it might be helpful to touch your pinky finger to the thinnest string or just above it. That way you can anchor your hand and you're not gonna like go all over the place. And you know, I would just start off with that, just playing some downstrokes on the thickest string. It's like making little tiny circles just to get used to it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you know, and then we can add some frets to it, right? We start off going O, O, and then we're gonna play the 2nd fret with our index finger. And then back to O. So O, O, 2, O. Happy birthday. No, it sounds like that. But I just want to point out at the top of the screen here, I have a line. That represents the string. O is open, you're not pressing anything. 2 is the 2nd fret. You know, it's pretty straightforward, right? So I'll just write out the next part here. We have 3-O. And I want to play that with my middle finger. So my index is playing the 2nd fret, my middle is playing the 3rd fret. And we go O, O, 2, O, 3, O. And then finally, we're going to shift our hand up. And now my middle finger is on the 5th fret and my index is on the 4th fret. And I go 5, 4. And it's really important that you put both those fingers down at the same time. That way you play the 5th fret and you just have to remove your middle finger to uncover the 4th fret because it's already being pressed by your index. So I would practice going from this position where my index is on the 2nd, my middle is on the 3rd. I would start there and then I would just move up and go 5, 4, just so you can get used to making that move. You could even go 3, 0, 5, 4, just practicing the last few notes of the riff, because that's the trickiest part, you know, and we want to isolate that and be repetitive, making those repetitive motions, building up that muscle memory, and taking the time to use the correct fingering, make your picking motion nice and small, you know, all those things that are gonna improve your technique. That's when we have something so simple like this, that's what we can take advantage of to aid ourselves in our technique. Now, the rhythm for this is so simple. We just keep playing steady. You know, there's no syncopation or anything like that. We just go O, O, 2, O, 3, O, 5, 4, O, O, 2, O, 3, O, 5, 4, over and over again. And this is actually a great riff to learn how to use a metronome with. Because the rhythm is so simple, I'm going to set my metronome to 60. And the metronome clicks on the numbered beats. You can see the riff above. There's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. You know, so the numbers are with the clicks and the ands are halfway between each click. So when we play our riff, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And if that's too fast for you, that's the beauty of the metronome. You can adjust the speed. 3, 4. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, you know, and as you improve, you adjust the speed higher and higher, right? And maybe you get to this point. But you climb up there bit by bit, you know, you don't make huge jumps. You go from 61 to 62 to 63 and so on. And that's gonna make your timing amazing. You know, it's a great thing to do when you're practicing anything, but especially repetitive things like this. And you can also load up the recording by the Blues Brothers, which is a lot faster than the metronoming that we were just doing. And you can just play it like that. And if you're up for a bit of a challenge, we can actually add a little hammer onto it. So we can go So notice instead of just playing the 3rd fret, I start with my index on the 2nd, and then I hammer my middle finger. I'm not plucking again. I just hit like my middle finger's like a hammer, you know, and it just hammers on to that spot on the 3rd fret, and it makes the string activate, right? And we do it quickly like that. And that's called an embellishment. And it's little things like that that make our playing, it helps you develop your own style and to like add, you know, decoration to the melody to make it sound cool. One last thing that you can do is instead of playing it on the thickest string, you can play it on the thinnest string. And that's the exact same notes. So when you play along to the recording, you could start on the lowest string, you know, and then as the song gets more exciting, take it up a couple octaves, you know, and play it on the thinnest string. And, you know, it's just a cool way to make it a little more interesting, you know, add some spice to it. Otherwise, that's it. If you need extra help with this kind of stuff, I have a free ebook covering all the fundamentals of lead guitar. I'll put a link in the corner and down below. It's completely free for all my subscribers. I also have a course, The Complete Lead Guitarist, designed to teach you how to play melodies, how to take solos, how to jam with other people, you know, to be a lead guitar player. I'll put a link down below for that as well. Otherwise, if you enjoy learning guitar with me, I'd appreciate if you could take a moment to subscribe to the channel, hit the like button, and you know, if you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.